They have the best financial advisors, endless investment opportunities, and more money than most of us will see in a lifetime. So why do we keep hearing shocking stories of the ultra-rich filing for bankruptcy?
According to the Washington Post, Donald Trump has filed bankruptcy 6 times, yet he's still a billionaire and the President of the United States.
It's a trend that seems to defy all logic. The more they make, the faster they seem to lose it. Today, we're investigating the spectacular financial implosions of some of the world's wealthiest and uncovering the biggest mistakes that turn their fortunes into dust. It feels like a paradox, doesn't it? The idea that someone with a 9-figure net worth could end up with nothing? We're told to save, invest, and build wealth to find financial security, yet 2025 is shaping up to be a year of financial reckoning. Total bankruptcy filings for the year ending June 30th, 2025 jumped 11.5%. And it's not just individuals. Corporate bankruptcies are surging to levels not seen since 2010. In fact, the first half of 2025 saw 371 large U.S. companies petitioning for bankruptcy. This wave is fueled by a perfect storm of high interest rates, inflation, and policy uncertainty that's hitting people at all income levels. But the stories from the top are the most stunning. This isn't just about a bad market. It's a story of personal failure, of a disease called lifestyle inflation, and the catastrophic debt that comes with it. So let's break down how the super rich are systematically bankrupting themselves, with cautionary tales from those who had it all and lost everything. The undisputed champion of lost fortunes. Let's kick things off with one of the most famous examples of a meteoric rise and an equally spectacular fall. He was once called the baddest man on the planet, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. At his peak, Mike Tyson wasn't just a cultural icon. He was a money-making machine. Throughout his career, Tyson earned an estimated $400 million from fight purses and endorsements. Adjusted for inflation, that number is staggering. He once earned $30 million for a single match. For most people, that kind of money secures a future for generations. But Tyson's spending habits were as ferocious as his right hook. And this is the core of our story: lifestyle inflation. When your income explodes, it's easy to think it'll never stop. Tyson's expenses became legendary. He famously spent a fortune on luxury cars, sprawling estates, and even 3 Bengal tigers that reportedly cost $70 grand each. Add to that a constant stream of lavish parties, jewelry, and a massive entourage. The problem with this lifestyle is that it's built on cash flow, not wealth. The second the income slows, the whole house of cards collapses. Legal troubles and a costly divorce compounded the problem. In 2003, Mike Tyson filed for bankruptcy, declaring he was approximately $23 million in debt. The man who earned a fortune was, on paper, broke. Tyson's story is a stark reminder that no matter how much you make, you can't out-earn reckless spending. However, his story doesn't end there. Through new business ventures, including a successful cannabis company, Tyson has since rebuilt a multi-million-dollar net worth, proving that even after hitting rock bottom, a comeback is possible.
From heavyweight boxer to cannabis contender, Mike Tyson is busy these days building his brand, which includes breaking into the real estate world. In California's multi-billion-dollar business of cannabis. This stuff is his stuff. Cannabis grown for his business, Tyson Ranch.
The Instagram king and the burning empire. Next up, a more modern but equally telling tale of financial implosion. He built an entire brand around a lifestyle of impossible excesses, private jets, non-stop parties, and a constant flock of models. Dan Bilzerian, the self-proclaimed king of Instagram, decided to monetize this fantasy with a company called Ignite International Brands. The concept seems simple enough. Use his massive social media following to sell everything from CBD oils to vodka. Investors lined up, thinking that with his reach, the company couldn't possibly fail. But they didn't account for one thing. The lines between Bilzerian's personal brand and the company's expenses became blurred. In 2019, Ignite posted staggering losses of around $50 million. An investigation into the company's finances revealed a shocking truth. Its marketing and administrative costs were more than double its actual sales revenue. A former executive filed a lawsuit alleging that company funds were used to pay for Bilzerian's extravagant lifestyle, including his mansion's rent and luxury yacht rentals, all written off as business expenses. The company was hemorrhaging cash. It was reportedly staying afloat not through profits, but by raising money through debt and selling off stock. Instead of building a sustainable business, the company was essentially financing a party, and the bill was coming due. The stock price plummeted, auditors expressed significant doubt about the company's ability to continue, and in 2024, the SEC charged the company and key executives with a scheme to falsify financial records. Dan Bilzerian's story is a critical lesson. A brand built on an unsustainable fantasy can quickly become a real-life financial nightmare. When the business titans tumble. It isn't just flashy celebrities and influencers who are getting wiped out. The economic pressures of 2025 are hitting established industries hard, proving that even a strong brand and deep pockets are no match for a bad business environment. The surge in corporate bankruptcies is the highest it's been in over a decade, with 655 large firms going under in just the first 10 months of 2025. This trend is a brutal mix of high interest rates, inflation, and shifting government policies, which have squeezed companies from every angle. The manufacturing sector has been hit particularly hard, accounting for a large portion of the filings as companies struggle with rising operational costs and debt. We're seeing household names that once seemed invincible, like Rite Aid and Forever 21, filing for bankruptcy protection this year. These cases show a different but equally potent danger for the wealthy: large-scale business failure. An entrepreneur could have a billion-dollar valuation and a globally recognized brand, but a business can still collapse under the weight of operational failures, supply chain disruptions, and costly legal battles. It's powerful proof that even for seasoned business titans, past success is no guarantee of future survival, especially when the entire economic landscape turns against you. So, what have we learned from these spectacular financial flameouts? The stories of Mike Tyson, Dan Bilzerian's Ignite, and the wave of corporate failures all point to the same fundamental truths. First, lifestyle inflation is the great wealth destroyer. It doesn't matter how big your paycheck is. If your spending grows just as fast or faster, you'll never be secure. The discipline to live below your means is the single most important financial skill, whether you earn $50,000 a year or $50 million. Second, debt is a weapon that can easily be turned against you. The wealthy often use leverage to build their fortunes, but when it's used to fund an unsustainable lifestyle or a failing business in a tough economy, it just accelerates the journey to zero. And finally, ego might be the biggest enemy of all. The belief that the money will never run out, that the next deal will be the one that saves you, or that your brand is invincible has been the downfall of countless fortunes. The irony is that while these stories are extreme, the lessons are universal. The very principles that lead the wealthy to bankruptcy are the same ones that trap everyday people in a cycle of debt. The only difference is the number of zeros. The path to true, lasting wealth isn't about flashy lifestyles. It's about prudence, discipline, and understanding that financial security is not about how much you make, but how much you keep. What do you think is the biggest reason wealthy people go broke? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this look into the finances of the rich and famous interesting, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching.